guys, what's up? It's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. This is my first video of 2020, so I'm super excited, and if you're new here, you should totally subscribe because I have plenty of videos coming up this year. For this video, I just wanted to get a little bit into what it's like to start a YouTube channel in 2020. I wanted to give you guys some realistic expectations from someone who is fairly new to the YouTube world. So I'm hoping I can provide you with some insight and some things that I've learned. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, because I think people have some unrealistic expectations when they start a channel, and I wanted to give you my perspective and things that I've learned so far, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. I think people have the impression that YouTube is an easy thing to do and it's just a quick way to make some side money, but that's honestly not the case at all. I started my channel 7 years ago. I had a couple videos here and there, but I made this one video where I mashed up One Direction and Cimarelli's voices together, and that video ended up getting about 200,000 views, which is crazy to me. But then I didn't post a lot of videos for a while, so I decided to restart my channel about a year ago because I love editing and filming things, and obviously one of my goals is to have my channel grow. Like, who wouldn't want that, you know? But it's not as easy today as it was back 7 years ago. So when I initially made my channel, YouTube was a lot less concentrated and there were a lot less people posting things on the platform. So obviously it would be easier for people on YouTube to find your videos and subscribe. Nowadays, there are so many people on YouTube. It's so concentrated. There's like a ridiculous amount of videos that get posted every day. So getting people to find your videos and be willing to subscribe to your channel is way more difficult than it was back in the day. That being said, there's also a lot more people who watch YouTube videos now than 7 years ago. I'm not saying it's not possible to become big on YouTube. It's just gonna take a little bit more time and effort in 2020. So my first thing I would like to talk about as a new YouTuber is don't expect your channel to grow overnight. Views and subscribers don't come overnight, unfortunately. I've been posting decently consistently for over a year, and I have 235 subscribers right now. So that goes to show you that's obviously not a lot. However, I have been seeing some growth in the past few months. Small growth, but we're getting there. I can't even imagine what it would be like to have like thousands of subscribers or 1 million subscribers. Like, I can't even think about that happening. But honestly, I just take one milestone at a time. Like, getting to 200 subscribers was such a big deal for me. So now, like, if I hit 300 or 1,000, I would be so shook, honestly, because it is so hard. And you have to just take it one step at a time. You can't think you're gonna get 1 million subscribers overnight, because you're honestly probably not. And going along with that, don't expect your first few videos to get a lot of views, like, at all. The first few videos that I posted once I restarted literally got like 10 views. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, don't expect a lot of views when you first start posting. I think as you get more familiar with editing and filming and how YouTube works, you will start getting more views later on, but in the beginning it's really hard to get views. So I have a video that has 18,000 views, which for me is like so many views, even though it's really not compared to other YouTube videos, but for me, that was a lot. Even with that video, I still only have 235 subscribers. So that just shows how hard it is to get people to subscribe to your channel. So the third thing I want to talk about is the fact that tagging your videos and using certain keywords is very important. If you go into the YouTube analytics, which I highly recommend doing because there's a lot of useful information in there, you can see what people searched in order to find your video. So for example, that perfume video that I filmed that got 18,000 views, I could see that people were searching Ariana Grande, thank you, next perfume. If I hadn't tagged my video with those keywords, they might not have found it. Keywords are not only important, but timing is also very important. I posted that video right after she released her new Thank You Next perfume. So people were searching the internet for it to see if it was worth buying, and I literally posted it right after it came out. So I think that's a huge part of why that video has the most views on my channel so far. So timing and keywords really are super important. If you want to start a YouTube channel but you like don't know where to start or you're too scared, just do it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Thinking about doing it or like writing ideas for YouTube videos is great, but it's not going to help you unless you actually sit down and film. Yes, it's really weird to film your first couple of videos because you're just sitting in a room talking to yourself. But I'm telling you, like, you'll get so much more comfortable the more you do it. Like, you won't even think about it after a while. So just sit down and do it. That's the only way to get started. And if you're worried about what other people are gonna think, honestly, like, screw them. You have the balls enough to sit here and make this video, so you should be really proud of that. And who cares what anybody else says, honestly. Like, if you enjoy doing it, just do it. Thumbnails are very important. Thumbnails are like packaging on a product that you see in the store. It's the same type of thing. If you don't have an attractive thumbnail, people might not want to click on the video. So you're going to want your channel to look cohesive. What I mean by that is all of your thumbnails should kind of have the same type of like either color scheme, font, or layout. Something so that when people are scrolling through, they see your thumbnail and you're like, oh, I know that that's Sarah. That's her thumbnail. I struggled with that in the beginning a little bit. My thumbnails were kind of all over the place, but now I found a design that I really like and I use it for all my thumbnails, and it takes me a lot less time to edit because I'm not like trying to figure out what to make it look like. I already know what I want it to look like, so it goes a lot quicker. And just a tip, so I use Photoshop to edit myself out of the background of my thumbnails, but then I also use this website called Canva, and I highly recommend Canva to anybody that is looking to post YouTube thumbnails or social media posts. So Canva is great because they have a lot of pre-made templates that you can use. You can search like Instagram stories, YouTube thumbnails, regular Instagram posts, Facebook posts, like everything, and they have a lot of preset designs that you can go off of if you don't know where to get started. So there's a free version and you don't have to pay, and they also have an app that you can use on your phone. Like, it is such a good website. I love it so much. So check out Canva for your thumbnails for sure. So another thing I learned as a new YouTuber is that finding music sucks. So obviously on YouTube you can't use copyrighted music or you won't be able to monetize, and it's just a no-no. So if you're looking for not copyrighted music, I use YouTube's music library. They have different filters where you can select only songs that are royalty free. A lot of the songs suck. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, some of them are just not good songs, but if you do a little digging, there are some good options in there. It might just take a little bit of time. But that way you know that it's 100% for sure not copyrighted on YouTube. You can also Google like royalty-free music, but I find that a lot of the times you either have to sign up and make an account and it's not actually free, or it's not actually royalty-free. So I like the YouTube Music Library, but I know there are other websites out there. It just takes a little bit of time to find them. Okay, so if you are going into YouTube thinking that it's just gonna be like an hour thing and it's not going to take up too much of your time, you're way in over your head. I'm sorry, but it is so time consuming to make a YouTube video. So for example, it took me like an hour and a half just to do my hair and makeup before this video. Then it took me like 15 minutes to clean the area behind me because my bedroom doesn't always look like that, and set up my, not to mention the actual time it takes to film. Then I have this outline here. not gonna lie, this outline took me a little bit of time. Then you have to edit it. So it takes hours and hours to make a YouTube video. And that's not even including like making the thumbnail, adding the keywords, adding the end cards, and all that stuff. So like, you really just need to like dedicate a decent amount of time in order to make your videos, or you're not going to be able to do it because it is very, very time consuming. So another thing that I learned as a new YouTuber is make sure your computer has extra storage space. So I have a MacBook Pro and I'm currently having an issue where it ran out of space. I can't use Photoshop because my scratch discs are full. Still don't even really understand what that means. I just know that I don't have enough storage. Definitely 100% get an external hard drive. No matter what computer you have, there's a chance that it's not going to be able to handle it. A myth about YouTube is that people think you need a lot of money in order to start a channel, and that is not true at all. For example, right now I film on my iPhone. It's an iPhone XR. It's decent. I mean, nowadays all smartphones are their cameras are amazing. So if you don't have a professional camera, don't let that stop you. Just use whatever you have access to. If you have a smartphone, perfect. Use that. You're fine. As for lighting, natural lighting is free. So right now I'm sitting in front of my bedroom window and I would say the lighting looks pretty good. So yeah, just find a window. That's all you need for lighting. And if you're trying to film at night, you can always buy a ring light or some other type of light for under $50 on Amazon. It's not too expensive. I also have a Lumi case on my iPhone. So it's just a case that has lights around the whole outside and it's really bright. Like, I'm telling you, this makes a world of difference for video and picture. Like, it's highly recommend a Lumi case. I can link it in the description box below. If you're like vlogging and you're using your phone and it's nighttime, this will save your life. I'm not kidding. So lighting, you're good. If you need a tripod, honestly, right now I'm not using a tripod. I'm using 2 storage bins that I have and a highlighter palette and a silicone beauty blender to rest my phone on. That's what I'm using. I'm not even using a tripod. So if you don't have one, you can make it work. Just be careful that you don't drop your phone or something because I don't want to be lamed. If you want a tripod, you can get one on Amazon or like Walmart. They're not crazy expensive, depending on what kind you get, but I don't think you need a really, really high quality one. Just get a cheap tripod. I also have one of those little portable bendable tripods that's really awesome and convenient because you can bring it with you wherever. If you're vlogging, you can use it to hold. And it wraps around things, so it's really portable and you can use it anywhere. I also got that on Amazon. I'll link that below as well. I would also recommend getting a holder for your car if you're planning on filming in your car. I got one off Amazon, but it actually did not stick to my windshield whatsoever, so that I don't recommend getting a cheap one. I got mine at Target and it's been great. It hasn't fallen off at all. But just like read the reviews before you end up buying a car mount. But again, not too expensive and I've used mine a ton of times, so it's really helpful. So as far as editing, you don't need to spend money on an editing program either. The only thing you need is a laptop, which I think most people have, but if you don't have a laptop, there's also programs on your phone, I'm sure, that you can download. But I just use iMovie, which comes with a Mac. There's probably a free version for Windows too, but iMovie is completely free and it doesn't have like super advanced features or presets or anything, but it does get the job done. I am subscribed to all the Adobe programs, so I just started using the Adobe Premiere Rush instead of iMovie and I love it. They have a little bit more features than iMovie does, I'm not gonna lie, but I wouldn't have paid extra for it. I am only using it because I have Adobe because I use Photoshop. So if you have Adobe, love that program. Like I said, you can always find free programs, just Google, but if you have a Mac, I would just use iMovie. So one thing I struggled with a little bit is choosing what to film. It can be a little bit difficult. You want to keep up with the trends, obviously. When people are doing that whole drive-through thing, like letting the person in front of me choose what I eat for the day, I was just starting out, so I didn't hop on that bandwagon, and I'm so mad that I didn't, because once a trend like that starts, that's all people are searching for, and if you hop on it early enough, that's a good way for people to notice you. So I recommend that, but at the same time, you don't want to like film videos just because. You want to like be authentic with what you're filming. For me, like the drive-through videos would have been fun to film, and I would have enjoyed filming that, but if it's something that you don't want to do, don't do it just because it's trending. You want to like film videos that you genuinely care about, or otherwise I feel like it's not going to come out as good. So a tip for getting your videos out there more is to promote them on all of your social media accounts. Anytime I post a video, I put it in my Instagram story, my Facebook story, I post it on Facebook, I tweet it. You gotta just like put it out there everywhere. This goes back to like if you're friends with people from high school and you're worried about what they're gonna think, like who cares, honestly. You would be surprised at all of the people who watch your videos that you wouldn't even think would give two craps. I've had some people from high school comment on my stuff, and it's honestly so cool. Like I get so excited when people watch my stuff that I haven't talked to in a while. I'm like, girl, thank you. Like, yes, I appreciate you now, you know? So you just never know who's gonna watch your stuff, and sharing it on your social media accounts to people that already know you and care about you will really help get your view count up and get your subscriber count up. So definitely do that for sure. So the sad part about YouTube is that people can be mean. I'm not talking about people from high school, I'm talking about like strangers. They're mean. I haven't even had that many rude comments, to be honest, but I've been called a man. I've been called a monotone cheerleader from the 90s, which is so funny to me. I was a cheerleader, so I just commented back saying thank you so much with like an emoji. Like, who cares? You just have to laugh at it, because a lot of the times the people that comment the rude things don't even have videos or pictures up of themselves. So I just think it's really cowardly, and if people are gonna do that, then screw them. You just have to laugh at it, honestly. The amount of good comments usually far outweighs the bad, and honestly, people that comment rude things are helping you. They're increasing the interaction with your videos, and even if it's something rude, like, thank you, because that means that you took the time to watch some of my video and now you're interacting with it. So like, you just have to be like, thank you, because they think they're insulting you, but really they're helping. If you don't know where to start in terms of like your content or how to edit, just browse YouTube and find some YouTubers that you are interested in. So like, I always watch Alicia Marie, Nikki and Gabby, Courtney Rain. I watch a lot of YouTubers, but those are like the main ones that I've been watching. I'm not saying you should copy them, but you can get some ideas of like what kinds of videos to film or how to edit, like how long the videos should be, what your thumbnails could look like stuff like that. You can just take inspiration from some people that you watch, and that'll really help you get an idea of how to start out. It's really cool because like, I watched Courtney Rain when I forget how many subscribers she had when I started watching her, but it wasn't a crazy amount, and now she has like 111,000. That's so cool to like watch small YouTubers grow, because that shows it is possible 100%. You just have to be really consistent with your uploads and all that stuff. So my personal goal for 2020 is to upload every single week. That's my biggest issue that I had in 2019, was I did not upload every single week. 2020, I am 100% uploading every single week. I'm going to try and upload on Sundays, so be on the lookout for that. Comment down below if you are a new YouTuber, because I would love to check out your channels. So yeah, let me know. I hope that some of these tips were helpful to people that are thinking about starting a channel in 2020. If you have any questions, again, let me know in the comments. And subscribe, turn on post notifications. Thanks. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.